Great. So Steve, let me ask you, when a family kind of identifies that, maybe we should get some, professional help in here, what does that process look like on your end for when you receive that initial phone call?
Absolutely. And I know there tends to be some anxiety from a family standpoint, really around any of these topics, because it's a heavy topic. It's something they've been thinking about for quite some time. And typically they would get referred to us from another professional that has worked with, us or another care management team in the past, we'll say. Lots of our referrals come from, home care teams like yours, elder law attorneys, financial planners. They tend to be where we get majority of our referrals. And we tell them when they're kind of communicating this to families, everybody that calls, it's a free 30-minute phone consultation. We spend time talking to those families, whether it's Ellen, the owner of the company, doing it herself, or it's our clinical supervisor who has over 50 years of nursing experience, having a 30-minute chat with this family to really determine, is this something you need? Maybe you don't need us to guide you through this situation right now. It could be really as simple as, this is an attorney that we recommend, and if you need to get your affairs in order, this might be all you need right now. You're actually, pretty stable. But 30 minutes, with either one of them is a gold mine. That's a conversation that you can't really get on Google just by a quick search. You really have to get into some of your specifics and what you're dealing with and kind of what's been going on. So that gives families tons of peace of mind to know that that's a no strings attached conversation. If a family determines after that conversation that it is something that would benefit them and they would like to work with our care managers on, a more consistent basis, we take it a step further with the consult, and we do a holistic assessment of that person that we'll be giving care to, and really the family situation as a whole. I know we talked a little bit about, it's not all strictly healthcare related. Mm-hmm. We're not doing the hands-on care. We're referring it to a home care agency if that's what they need. They need to get the affairs in order. We're referring it to an elder law attorney. And there could be, hundreds of ways that conversation could go. But if we're going to work with that family, we spend a couple hours doing a holistic assessment to really determine at that point what's the best course of action when moving forward.
Yes, and the one thing that I really love that you all do is you guys can handle the family dynamics and bring that professional opinion in there. I know when you all worked with my grandfather, my mom is one of 10, for those of you who don't know, and that's a lot of hands in the pot when trying to figure out, exactly what to do. And Ellen and her team came in and just kind of set the guidelines and made it such an easy conversation on the next steps and how to move forward. So I couldn't agree more. That 30-minute conversation is an absolute gold mine. It's things like you said you can't find on Google. It's very, very important that 30 minutes could change the outlook of that person's future.
Absolutely. If you think about your situation, that's a lot of chairs at the table for a consult, or that's a lot of screens on a Zoom for the consult. And just to make that conversation run smoothly, I think it can be very eye-opening for families that sometimes have all been caregivers, sometimes they haven't all been caregivers, and that makes it difficult too, because everybody has an opinion on what they want the next part of that loved one's life to look like. So to have a professional that can really line up those resources and have families be able to view that in a more clear manner, I think that goes a long way.